On January 5, 2012, a cryptic image appeared on 4chan, a notorious online image board. It was an unassuming white rectangle with black text, promising to seek highly intelligent individuals. This simple post marked the beginning of Cicada 3301, a puzzle series that would evolve into one of the internet's most enduring and perplexing mysteries. It was a call to an unknown challenge, an invitation to a game with rules yet to be discovered, drawing in a global community of amateur and professional codebreakers alike. This was not just a puzzle, it was an odyssey into the digital unknown. Cicada 3301 presented itself as a quest, a series of complex puzzles designed to identify and recruit individuals with exceptional intelligence. The nature of its creators, their motivations, and the ultimate purpose of this recruitment remain shrouded in secrecy to this day. Unlike typical online games, there was no clear prize, no leaderboard, and no public endpoint. It was a pure test of intellect, demanding not just coding skills, but a broad understanding of history, literature, philosophy, and ancient languages. The challenge was profound, hinting at an organization of immense knowledge and resources. The initial image itself was the first puzzle. Buried within its data, using a technique called steganography, was a message. This hidden text revealed a URL, pointing to a new image, which in turn contained another encrypted message. This iterative process of discovery immediately set the tone. Nothing was as it seemed. Participants quickly learned that every piece of information, every image, every sound file, might conceal a deeper secret. It demanded meticulous attention to detail and an understanding of how data could be hidden in plain sight, a foundational skill in the world of cybersecurity. As the global community of solvers grew, sharing theories and discoveries on dedicated forums and IRC channels, the puzzles escalated in complexity. Early clues led to images embedded with prime numbers, obscure literary references, and complex cryptographic ciphers. The solvers, a diverse group of cryptographers, hackers, and armchair detectives, found themselves collaborating in an unprecedented way. This collective intelligence became a critical tool, as no single individual possessed all the necessary expertise to navigate the increasingly intricate web of clues. It was a grand digital experiment in distributed problem solving. One of the most surprising twists came when a clue led solvers to a phone number. Upon dialing, participants heard an automated message, not in a human voice, but generated by a computer. This voice provided a new set of instructions, leading them to a picture of a cicada and, once again, to a new set of numbers. This unexpected real-world interaction added a layer of tangible suspense to the digital chase, blurring the lines between the virtual and the physical. It was a clear signal that Cicada 3301 was not merely a screen-based game. The puzzles soon transcended the digital realm entirely, requiring physical interaction. Clues led participants to specific geographic locations around the world, from California to Poland, from France to Japan. These dead drops often involved posters affixed to lampposts or buildings, emblazoned with the distinctive cicada symbol and new cryptic messages. This global scavenger hunt demanded not just intellectual prowess but also physical presence and a willingness to travel, or at least coordinate with others in different countries. It transformed the challenge from a purely intellectual exercise into an elaborate real-world adventure. Throughout the puzzles, the image of the cicada became the unofficial, yet unmistakable, emblem of the challenge. The choice of the cicada itself is rich with symbolism. These insects appear periodically, often after long periods underground, much like the puzzles themselves resurfaced at irregular intervals. They are also known for their complex, synchronized emergence and their distinctive, loud calls, mirroring the sudden, impactful appearance of the Cicada 3301 puzzles. This symbol became synonymous with the mystery, appearing on all official communications and physical clues. After the initial 2012 puzzle concluded, many wondered if Cicada 3301 was a one-off event. But on January 5, 2013, exactly 1 year later, a new set of challenges emerged, once again posted on 4chan. This second cycle built upon the first, integrating even more obscure references and advanced cryptographic techniques. The puzzles became even more demanding, requiring a deeper dive into Gnosticism, obscure poetry, and advanced number theory. It confirmed that Cicada 3301 was not just a fleeting internet phenomenon, but an ongoing, organized effort with a deliberate cadence. The breadth of knowledge required to solve Cicada 3301 was staggering. Clues were embedded in works by figures like William Blake and the philosophical writings of Ralph Waldo Emerson. Ancient runic alphabets, notably the Anglo-Saxon Futhorc, were used to encrypt messages. Music and sound files were often manipulated to hide data, requiring audio analysis. The puzzles deliberately steered participants away from conventional internet searches, forcing them to engage with esoteric subjects and historical texts. This intellectual diversity suggested a collective of creators with exceptionally wide-ranging expertise. At its heart, Cicada 3301 was a masterclass in cryptography. Solvers encountered a variety of ciphers, from Caesar shifts and Vigenère ciphers to more complex PGP encryption and custom-made algorithms. The difficulty lay not just in breaking a single cipher, but in recognizing which cipher was being used, and often, in recovering multiple layers of encryption nested within each other. The puzzles were designed to test not just knowledge of cryptographic tools, but also ingenuity and persistence in the face of complex, multi-layered challenges. It was a true gauntlet for aspiring codebreakers. As the puzzles progressed, they occasionally led participants to the dark net, specifically through Tor-hidden services. This added another layer of intrigue and difficulty, requiring specialized software and an understanding of anonymous browsing. The use of the dark net suggested an organization deeply concerned with anonymity and operational security, or perhaps one that wished to filter out less technically proficient individuals. It amplified the sense that Cicada 3301 was not just a game, but potentially a serious endeavor with profound implications, operating beyond the reach of conventional internet surveillance. For each cycle, a select few individuals claimed to have reached the final stages of the puzzle. What they found, however, remains largely unconfirmed and highly secretive. Reports suggested invitations to private IRC channels where a new set of instructions or a philosophical manifesto was shared. These winners were reportedly asked about their personal values, beliefs, and commitment to privacy and anti-censorship. The nature of these interactions hints at a group with a specific ideology, seeking like-minded individuals, rather than just technical talent. The ultimate outcome for these individuals is unknown. The third major cycle of Cicada 3301 began on January 5, 2014. This time, the central clue was not a series of images, but a mysterious book known as Liber Primus, Latin for first book. This cryptic text, written in Anglo-Saxon runes and encrypted with several layers of ciphers, appeared to be a manifesto or philosophical treatise of the group behind Cicada 3301. Only a fraction of Liber Primus has ever been successfully decrypted, making it an ongoing challenge. Its very existence suggested a deeper lore and a more complex purpose than initially perceived. Liber Primus contained approximately 80 pages, though many remain undeciphered. The parts that have been translated speak of liberty, philosophy, security, and a disdain for censorship and governmental control. It presented a complex ideology, blending elements of esoteric philosophy with a strong cyber-libertarian ethos. The sheer volume and density of the text, combined with its intricate encryption, solidified Liber Primus as the ultimate test, and arguably, the core message of Cicada 3301. It underscored the group's deep commitment to intellectual rigor and their guiding principles. After 2014, the regular January 5 puzzle ceased. While a few minor clues and PGP-signed messages appeared in subsequent years, they lacked the scale and complexity of the earlier challenges. The last known official PGP-signed message from Cicada 3301 was in 2017, confirming previous messages were fake and stating they were still active. However, no new puzzles of the same magnitude have emerged since. The grand game seemed to have wound down, leaving behind a trail of unsolved ciphers and unanswered questions. The silence only deepened the mystery, adding to the enigma. The most persistent question surrounding Cicada 3301 is, who are they? No individual or group has ever credibly claimed responsibility. The sophisticated nature of the puzzles, requiring expertise across multiple disciplines, points to a well-organized collective rather than a lone genius. The global reach of the physical clues and the deep technical knowledge suggest significant resources. Despite years of intense speculation, the identity of Cicada 3301 remains completely unknown, fueling countless theories and cementing its place as one of the Internet's most profound unsolved mysteries. One prominent theory posits that Cicada 3301 is a recruitment tool for a government intelligence agency, such as the NSA or CIA. The nature of the puzzles, heavy on cryptography, steganography, and operational security, aligns perfectly with skills sought by such organizations. The global dead drops and demand for highly intelligent individuals also fit this profile. However, the anti-censorship and pro-privacy rhetoric found in Liber Primus seems to contradict the typical public image of these agencies. This conflict makes the theory less straightforward, yet it remains a popular one among observers. Another compelling theory suggests Cicada 3301 is a modern-day secret society or even a cult. The esoteric references, the philosophical leanings of Liber Primus, and the emphasis on shared ideology resonate with historical secret orders. The recruitment process, seeking not just intelligence but also specific values, could be seen as an initiation. The periodic nature of the puzzles, akin to ancient rites, adds to this mystique. While the term cult can carry negative connotations, it primarily refers to a group with an unusual system of devotion, which aligns somewhat with the challenge's intensity. Given the strong emphasis on privacy, anonymity, and anti-censorship in Liber Primus, many believe Cicada 3301 is composed of cyber-libertarian activists or cypherpunks. This group would be interested in empowering individuals through technology and encryption, resisting state control and surveillance. Their method of recruitment would align with seeking like-minded individuals to further their decentralized, pro-privacy agenda. The use of Tor and complex encryption methods would be central to their operational philosophy. This theory provides a coherent explanation for the group's stated ideals. Perhaps the most benign theory is that Cicada 3301 is simply an elaborate alternate reality game, or ARG, designed purely for entertainment and intellectual stimulation. ARGs often blend digital and real-world elements, require collaborative problem-solving, and can have complex, unfolding narratives. However, the sheer depth, consistency, and the apparent seriousness of Liber Primus, combined with the lack of any game over or clear creator reveal, make it difficult to categorize it solely as an ARG. If it is, it's an ARG on an unprecedented scale, without a defined audience beyond its participants. Ultimately, the true purpose behind Cicada 3301 remains one of the Internet's most compelling unsolved mysteries. Was it a recruitment drive for a shadowy organization, a philosophical experiment, a social engineering project, or simply an incredibly sophisticated game? The lack of any definitive answer fuels its legend. What is clear is that it successfully brought together a global community of diverse talents, pushing the boundaries of online collaboration and problem-solving, without ever revealing its hand. This enduring ambiguity is perhaps its most captivating feature, challenging our assumptions about the digital world. Beyond its immediate challenge, Cicada 3301 left an indelible mark on online culture. It inspired countless copycat puzzles and ARG-style games, demonstrating the immense potential for collaborative online investigations. It highlighted the power of decentralized communities to tackle complex problems. For many, it became a symbol of the Internet's deep, uncharted territories, a reminder that digital spaces can harbor profound secrets and powerful, anonymous forces. It shifted perceptions of what an online challenge could be, inspiring both awe and a healthy dose of paranoia. Cicada 3301 undoubtedly boosted interest in cryptography and cybersecurity. Millions watched, and thousands participated, learning about steganography, PGP, obscure ciphers, and secure communication methods. It transformed complex technical concepts into an accessible, engaging, and globally collaborative pursuit. For a new generation of digital enthusiasts, it served as a practical, high-stakes introduction to the world of information security, proving that code-breaking could be as exciting as any fictional spy thriller. Its challenges forced many to sharpen their skills significantly. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of Cicada 3301 was its ability to mobilize a global network of disparate individuals. It demonstrated the power of collective human intelligence when united by a common, compelling goal. People from all walks of life, with varied expertise, came together, pooling their knowledge, time, and resources. This collaborative spirit, often seen in open-source projects, was harnessed for a clandestine purpose, proving that curiosity and the desire for intellectual challenge can bridge geographical and cultural divides. It was a testament to the human drive to solve puzzles. A critical part of solving Cicada 3301 was discerning genuine clues from red herrings and false leads. Given its origin on 4chan, an environment rife with hoaxes, participants had to verify every new piece of information. The group behind Cicada 3301 even issued PGP-signed messages to authenticate their communications, warning against imposters. This constant need for verification added another layer of intellectual rigor, demanding critical thinking and an understanding of digital trust. It became a meta-puzzle in itself, not just solving, but also verifying the source and legitimacy of each clue. Years after its last major puzzle, Cicada 3301 continues to captivate the public imagination. Books have been written, documentaries produced, and online communities still actively discuss and attempt to decipher the remaining parts of Liber Primus. The fact that an entity could orchestrate such a complex, global, multidisciplinary challenge, and then vanish without a trace, defies conventional explanation. It remains a testament to the power of anonymity and the allure of the unknown, prompting us to question the unseen forces that operate within our digital world. Cicada 3301 emerged at a pivotal moment in the digital age, as discussions around privacy, surveillance, and online anonymity intensified. Its very existence highlighted the potential for clandestine groups to operate effectively within, and even leverage, the Internet's global infrastructure. It presented a compelling case study on how information can be disseminated, hidden, and decoded by a distributed network. More than just a game, it became a symbol of the double-edged sword of digital technology, offering unprecedented connectivity but also unprecedented opportunities for covert operations. Beyond the technical challenge, Cicada 3301 tapped into a fundamental human desire, the search for meaning and purpose. Participants weren't just solving puzzles, they were trying to uncover a hidden truth, a secret society, or a profound philosophical insight. The what-if factor was immense. The journey itself became the reward for many, offering a sense of belonging to an elite group, even if the destination remained obscure. This quest for understanding, fueled by the mystery, ensured its lasting appeal long after the last major puzzle was posted. Cicada 3301 proved the enduring power and value of anonymity in the digital sphere. Operating entirely without a public face, the creators managed to orchestrate a global phenomenon, recruit individuals, and propagate an ideology, all while remaining untraceable. This level of operational security is a marvel in itself, showcasing sophisticated techniques to evade detection and maintain secrecy. For those who champion privacy, Cicada 3301 stands as an extreme example of what can be achieved when anonymity is rigorously maintained, challenging surveillance states and centralized control. For cybersecurity professionals, Cicada 3301 serves as a unique case study. It demonstrated real-world applications of steganography, advanced encryption, and social engineering. The methods used to hide information, authenticate messages, and vet candidates offer insights into both offensive and defensive security strategies. It showed how determined adversaries or recruiters can leverage open-source intelligence and public collaboration to achieve their goals, all while minimizing their digital footprint. Its intricate design remains a benchmark for complex digital operations and information concealment. The ethical implications of Cicada 3301 are also worth considering. If it truly was a recruitment effort, what was the ultimate goal for those recruited? Was it for a benevolent cause, or something more controversial? The lack of transparency raises questions about informed consent and the potential manipulation of participants. While the puzzles were intellectually stimulating, the opaque nature of the organization meant solvers were engaging with an unknown entity, pledging their intellect and time to an unknown cause. This ethical ambiguity adds another layer to its compelling, yet unsettling, narrative. Through its very existence, Cicada 3301 posed a subtle yet profound challenge to established authorities. Its ability to operate globally, outside traditional structures and without governmental oversight, demonstrated the potential for highly organized, anonymous groups to emerge and influence. The emphasis on individual liberty and anti-censorship in Liber Primus further cemented this anti-establishment stance. It became a symbol for those who seek to push back against centralized control, highlighting the power of decentralized networks and encrypted communication in an increasingly monitored world. Despite the absence of new major puzzles, the call of Cicada 3301 persists. The unsolved portions of Liber Primus, the lingering questions about its creators, and the sheer scale of the intellectual feat continue to draw new generations of digital explorers. Its legacy isn't just about breaking codes, it's about the relentless pursuit of knowledge, the thrill of discovery, and the profound questions it raises about identity, purpose, and power in the digital age. The Internet's deepest mystery lives on, a silent challenge waiting for its next, perhaps final, decipherment.